Good morning, everybody. It's with a heavy heart that I make this video this morning. Just seems like as the days go by, my heart just gets heavier and heavier watching what's being done to our country before our eyes. And it just doesn't seem like anybody has the urgency that it takes to do something about this. We're watching our country be dissolved right before our eyes, and nobody is doing anything about it. I mean, I know I don't speak for just myself when I say that when I joined the military, I took an oath to this Constitution to defend the Constitution from enemies both foreign and domestic. And we are being overrun by enemies that are domestic. Make no mistake about it. It's happening. If we do not do something soon, we are not going to have a country for our children to grow up enjoying the freedoms that we've enjoyed our entire lives. That's an absolute fact. It's happening right now in our country. The things that happened over in Soviet Russia and in Germany are now happening here in our own country, in the free country of the United States of America, right now. It's happening right now. I mean, this is pretty urgent. We need to start taking it seriously. Man, I just can't believe what's going on in our country right now, guys. For real. This ain't a joke. This is going down. And we've been insulated for so long that most Americans don't even realize what's happening on our own soil. They think it's some kind of joke. They think they can just sit back on the sidelines and say, well, this is America. It can't happen here. It can happen here. It is happening here. Right now, it is happening. The time for saying it can't happen here, that's long gone. It's happening here. Do you realize they're implementing programs, curriculums into the schools now that are led by the leader of BLM? That's happening now, everyone. And let me just clear something up real quick, because this isn't about whether you agree with people's rights and inclusion and all that. I agree with all that. I respect everyone's individual human rights. I don't think anybody should be discriminated against based on skin color, religion, whatever it may be. I'm for inclusion of everyone, but that's not what this is, everybody. That's not what this is. That's the guise that they're introducing all this under. Okay, and it doesn't even take that much research to go and realize that that's the truth. They're implementing curriculums, BLM curriculums, into schools now, headed up by the organizer of Black Lives Matter. She's an admitted Marxist. Admitted. Okay, her and the other girl who are the founders of BLM are admitted Marxists. For those who don't understand what that means, go look it up. I mean, we're being overtaken by Marxists right now in this country. Her funds manager is Susan Rosenberg. Who's Susan Rosenberg? Susan Rosenberg was a member of the Weather Underground, which was an openly communist group with the stated goal of overthrowing the United States. Okay? This is all well known. This is not controversial. There's other members of the Weather Underground who are also involved. What we're witnessing right now in our country, and God, I mean, they're halfway done with their overthrow of our government, and nobody's stood up to do anything about it. Come on. What's it gonna take? Getting sick of this shit. We're gonna stand by and allow our country to be overtaken by a bunch of goddamn communists? Come on, people, start taking this seriously. This shit's ridiculous, man. God. And I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to blow up, but this shit is urgent. It's urgent. It needs to be dealt with now. Look what they're doing in the schools and everywhere around all this mask stuff for COVID-19. The masks don't do anything. They do not work. There's no science. It's about compliance. That's what it's about. You go back and look. This is mainstream news too. Go look up Dr. Fauci gives $3.7 million to Wuhan labs. Look that up. Because it was Fauci who was instrumental in allowing the coronaviruses to be transferred to the Wuhan lab so they could continue gain of function research on these viruses. It was voted against to continue that type of research here in the United States by a panel of scientists. Okay? A panel of scientists voted against doing that research because they deemed it to be too dangerous. There was a moratorium on that research. Anthony Fauci went against the moratorium and sent the research to Wuhan to continue to be studied. Now, I don't want to get too far into this because there's just not enough time, but if you look back at who has always promoted the idea of a pandemic to then destroy the economy of America and then usurp it into a new form of government, look no further than the Rockefeller Foundation and its documents that are public. You can go look at these. You can look them up. Just type in Rockefeller Foundation lockstep document, and it'll bring you to a document that's titled something along the lines of the future of the development of technology, and you can read the PDF for yourself. This is all about bringing in United Nations control, because that's all these little organizations like the Gates Foundation, the Clinton Foundation, Fauci's NIH, they have all been overtaken by the ideology of the United Nations, which is basically worldwide Marxism. That's what they're bringing in right now, guys. Come on. We have got to stand up against this and take this country back. It's creeping into all the schools. It's creeping into all of people's jobs. I mean, they're implementing it in everyone's jobs. If you work for a corporation, they're implementing all this stuff into your training. So, there's no statistics but behind most, if any, of the stuff that they're trying to push, but it's not about statistics. It's not about reality. It's about conforming. It's about conforming to an ideology. The ideology has crept in everywhere. It's got its tentacles into everything. Now's the time. I do not want to see this turn violent. That's the last thing I want. That's the last thing anybody needs. So if we don't defeat this through information and through making your voice heard, then it's going to get to the point where it's too late, and we're reaching the brink of that point right now. We're there. It's the window of opportunity to fight this with information is going away, guys. It's shrinking daily. We might be past it, and I hope we're not, but something's got to be done. I mean, come on, just do a little bit of research into this stuff. It's not hard to see. We got to make our voices heard. We need to be as organized as these Marxists are. Otherwise, they're going to overtake this country. They've already done a damn good job of it right now. That's the problem with people who are for freedom, is we tend not to be organized. Most people just want to be left alone. Well, I can respect that. I'm one of them. I don't want to be, I don't want to be bothered with government mandates and this and that. I'm live and let live. I'm a live and let live type of person. I don't care what you believe in, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I'm for that. I'm more of a libertarian at heart. I'm not left or right. This isn't about left or right. This is about freedom and enslavement. That's what it's about. That's what it's come down to. Get the notion of left and right out of your head. Half those people on both the left and right are part of the same agenda to take your freedoms. Not all of them. There's still a good minority on both sides who don't want it and who just want to be left alone too. But this ideology of Marxism has crept into both sides. It's much bigger than left and right. It's, this UN agenda that's pushed by all these different little satellite organizations, these foundations, they don't care about party lines. They're so far beyond that, and they always have been. I could keep going on this, but, do your own research. This is happening here in our country right now. We're going to lose our country. It needs to be taken seriously. And I just don't see the urgency out of people that's going to be needed in order to do something about this. So my challenge to everybody is get out there. It's not easy for me to make videos like this. I've been trying to do my best at talking to people about it, making a little YouTube channel and stuff like that, which hasn't reached many people, but damn it, at least I'm trying. At least I'm trying to do something. Come on. This should be a calling for everyone who values freedom. Get out there and make your voice heard. You might not think that it's going to make a difference, but it damn sure ain't going to make a difference if you don't do it, if you don't at least try. That's half the battle right there, is trying. So get out there, make your voice heard. I challenge everybody. Even if you think it might not make a difference, it might not, but then again, it might. There's been people who have messaged me that I haven't talked to in years who have said, hey, what you're doing is making a difference. Even if it be a small difference, it's a difference. And then those people can get out and talk to more people. The more people who do this, the more people who put their voice out there, because it isn't an easy thing to do. But the more people who do it, you'll inspire others to do it as well. A lot of people are just too shy or whatever it may be to take that step. They're like, oh, maybe it won't have an effect. I don't know what to do. No, do it. Do it. Make a video. Talk to people that you work with. Talk to random strangers. Start making your voice be heard. We have to do it, guys. We have to do it. We're losing this country, and that is not a joke. We are losing our country right now. The time for sitting on the sidelines is gone. You got to choose a side. Freedom or enslavement. That's the sides. I wish it wasn't that way. It is. It is now. So come on, guys. I challenge at least one person that sees this to make your own video. And hopefully it can catch on and we can inspire more people to stand up and make your voice heard. A little video, that ain't much, but it's a start. At least then if we can get this into the public mind state that it's okay to speak out. It's okay to stand up against this stuff. We're facing a huge enemy right now. This has been going on a very long time. It's crept into every little area of society. It's very organized. But come on, we can still fight this. We can still do it, guys. Come on. I'm calling on anyone. I challenge you, make a video, put it out there, and see what happens. What do you got to lose at this point? It's either this, we either win by information, or it goes to a place none of us want it to go. So hopefully I could have at least a little bit of an effect right now. Sometimes that's all it takes. So everybody who's sitting there wondering if you should get off the fence or get off the sidelines, yeah, you should. You should. It's a duty, It's a duty for all freedom-loving Americans to get out and make your voice heard. Got to ramp it up. Got to take it to the next level now. So, hopefully, anyway, hopefully we can have an effect. Hopefully people will heed the warning, because the warning is real. That's it, guys. I hope you can find a little bit of inspiration from this, anyways, and maybe some people get out and start doing their part to take this country back. Hope everyone has a great day. God bless you. Peace.